he was praying, somebody had already sold him.
Oh, yes.
For 30 pieces of silver. Right? And then now he came after that and washed all of their feet.
Nowadays, like in the current world, silver has a number, 917.
917.
Back in the days.
I wonder.
Maybe they started naming it after that.
I wonder.
To give it.
I wonder.
30 bob.
Hey, 30 bob, bwana. So then that happened. And then when he came out of the garden from praying, he went into the court, essentially, and Judas handed him over to the Pharisees.
Yes.
And, or rather the officials, the officers, that day for those guys, the DCI. And
DCI, those days.
Yes. And then somebody was asking, this is one of the guys who goes with him, follows him. And Peter says, Mimi.
Uliniona na Eileen?
Where? Ulisikia wapi? Peter said,
I don't even know him.
I don't know him.
Then
3 times. Then the cock crowed. 3 times. But by then Jesus had already been arrested.
Then he disappeared and cried his eyes out.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to betray you. I know you. Please forgive me.
All of those things are happening on this Thursday.
It's the very same day that people came out with their kente, right?
With their what?
With their kente. See the way they were laying clothes and everything for Jesus.
That was on Palm Sunday.
Palm Sunday.
That was this past Sunday.
Yes.
Triumphant entry into Jerusalem. And so now Thursday is that day when all of these things were happening. Before Friday, when he was taken before Pontius Pilate in the morning. So that all happens tomorrow. And by this time, as he's going towards the cross, Judas has hanged himself.
But Pilate was is a person who could not really make a decision.
He was like the governor.
Really
he was like the governor
Yeah.
in the county who couldn't decide what was going on.
Yeah. And the police who could not decide to also just arrest the guy. Undecided buggers that do exist. We get examples.
I'm telling you, things in history sometimes continue to play themselves out. But that's the season that we're in. And if you decide that you're going to make connections, that's up to you. I'm just laying it out there. It's up to you to knock it even if you want. So those are some of the things that are happening on this day, many, many, many years ago that we commemorate getting into Good Friday tomorrow. So this is the season that we're in. And a very good morning to everybody. Karibu sana. Ivy said something. I can't remember what it is that she said, but it had great weight and importance. I'll remember and I'll come back and say, that's to tell you that Ivy is here and a very good morning. You outapata oba. You won't get. So go and look for something hot now and, embeleza the throat.
I know.
It's 1:15. Hey, Dennis has a little baked cake. You guys, banana bread.
Yeah.
He baked it and I know it was for someone, but, we just had to make sure that it was,
I actually love baking. Banana bread for me is just it.
It's it, eh?
It's it.
I can testify that your baking skills are top notch.
I'm yet to try baking using cassava flour.
Eh?
Yeah.
That's fufu now.
Cassava flour. I was watching some documentary somewhere where you can actually use cassava flour for baking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
what he didn't know is that I sprinkle a little bit of moringa in there, so that's healthy banana bread. Just so you know.
I thought you were going to say something else about what you sprinkled, but it's okay. We can keep it moving this morning.
No, you guys are not smiling in the studio today. I'm not like that.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's 6:15. Everybody, good morning. Like we can establish, Dennis Aseto is in fine form this morning. And we're glad to have everybody in the room today. Thank you so much for joining us as we get into it. Our audience on KTN, Karibu Sana. Good morning to everybody who's tuning in across the country. No matter where it is you are getting up this morning and getting into it, Karibu Sana. And those who are going to bed in a different part of the world, but are going to stay a couple of hours to get into the show, thank you very much for doing that.
I just want to say something that is bugging me.
Go.
Binti wa mfalme.
Thank you, please.
Bluey ndu. Bluey because today you're in blue. Looking
right.
fine. I just had to say.
Thank you so much.
Looking very nice.
Asante sana. Yeah. Binti wa mfalme. This, I'm telling you, people will not hear word again. My God. So, you see now you've just confused me completely.
It's allowed.
All right, so we're having a conversation this morning on a number of things. The first of them is that we will be joined at 7 o'clock by you and I. We're going to remind, lest we forget, that there are a number of things that are going on in the country at the moment, that we could be caught up in the politics. Did you see yesterday how senators were chasing governors, or governors being chased by senators, or whatever the case may be? That we're dealt with the theatrics of a lot of things that are going on. But lest you forget, there are certain things I want to bring to attention, and we're going to have a conversation around it. What is going on in the spaces where you are, and we'll have a conversation with you to remind us about what that is, so that we can actually keep our eye on the ball. We cannot afford to miss the mark when it comes to some things that we should be paying attention to. Whether people are having keshas in State House, whether others are doing whatever and promising airports in Narok that have not come. There are things that are supposed to have been done that were not.
True.
Let's remind ourselves, lest we forget. We'll talk with you at 7 o'clock. After which, at 8 o'clock, the Secretary General of I beg your pardon. I'm very sorry. The deputy party leader of Jubilee Party is Jeremiah Kioni. Political chess games. Who has the Queen? We'll ask that question when he joins us at 8 o'clock. And our final conversation this morning will be with Dr. Ardash Swaika, who is the High Commissioner of India to Kenya and permanent representative to UNEP and UN Habitat for India. Kenya-India ties, very interesting. A lot of things happen. We want to get a clear understanding of what this friendship looks like and what it can look like going into the future. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk with ourselves to remind ourselves about particular issues at 7. We'll do a little bit of politics at 8, and then we'll go to India at 9. That's what it looks like today. Sawa sawa. Wacha nimalize sahi na South Africa. And just a couple of things that we can remind ourselves in terms of the proverb. Did you know that South Africa has 3 capitals? Pretoria, Bloemfontein, and didn't remember the last one, but 3. One is an administrative capital where you go and do all your business. The other is a commercial capital. Cape Town is the other one.
Cape Town, no?
Yes, that's it. Got it right. Thank you. And so 3 capitals, actually, one country, whereby they decided there's too much happening. It's such a big nation. We need to move things and actually have different centers. So that's what it looks like. And just looking at of it being called the Rainbow Nation, and of course the one of the few nations in the world that has 2 other nations inside it, being Lesotho and Eswatini. Right?
One would say the 4th one, Orania, where people have even their own currency within South Africa. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Interesting. Okay. So this is the proverb for today. It's interesting, I think.
Tell me.
The day the monkey is destined to die, all the trees become slippery. The day the monkey is destined to die, all the trees become slippery.
There's a headline that we ran, I think, 2 days ago. You can run, but you can't hide. You will try to circumvent the law. You will try to cover your tracks. But when the truth is out there and bare, you can't run away from it. The truth will forever remain being the truth. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that also, if something is going to happen, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
And that you really are unable to run away from certain things.
Pretty much you can't change fate.
You can't. You can't change fate. If it's coming, it's coming. You can do the best to survive within it and all of this, but you cannot stop some things from happening. Train's already left the station. It's coming. How you deal with it probably is what you should then be focusing on. Ama?
Kabisa.
Kabisa. So that's what it looks like today. Really interesting to hear what other people have to say about that. All right. So let's say hello to you. We know that you're tuned in. Did I tell you that our live streams are up on YouTube, Facebook, and on X? Tell us where you're tuning from this morning. Say a quick hello to us so that we can know that you've clocked in, and then we'll then be able to say hi to you. Okay, so if you're in the Situation Room this morning, you're in the right place. And as we're getting into it, already we can start to say Happy Easter to everybody. All right, a very good morning to you, Peter Kiari, tuning from Mombasa. Whatever you need to do to make your life better, do it. And you can do it now. Whatever you need to do, no matter how small. Agutu Ogembo's tuning this morning. Robert Tobok is tuning from Mombasa. And Sam Wangi says he's locked in today. Good morning to you. Kisa Daniel also tuned in this morning. And Simon Kibiru says, good morning from Sultan Hamoud. Good day, and a good day to you too, good sir. Young Jedi says, good morning, my good people. Ebum pokea salam za mapenzi tele. Wishing you guys a lovely Easter weekend, and to you too. Desmond Ortiz says, what a long holiday. Yes, it will be. Do you remember that time? I think it was the year President Kibaki died, I think.
Yeah.
There was like, there was Eid, followed by May Day, followed by, no, it was President Kibaki. It was a Delta public holiday, and then there was Eid, and then there was a 1st of May, which fell on a Sunday, and then after that there was a Monday. There were like 5 days of holidays. People were confused what to do with themselves. So Desmond Ortiz, I hear you. Good morning, Spice. Listening in from Nairobi is Christine. Good morning to you. Michael and Gio says, from the city of Champis, good morning. I hope today no stressing headlines. Well, we can only wish. Cyrus Kalasinga says, welcome back, Deno. Your smile is double. Kabisa. Fiery Red is tuned in this morning and says, happy Easter Eve. Monday, Thursday is where we are today. Hello, Princess Indu. Good morning. And tall man. After yesterday's speech by El Presidente, that anaskiza ground and Rigiji promotion of Tuko Kadi, it will further fuel the conspiracy that he's the one bankrolling it. Bankrolling what? Tuko Kadi? We heard very clear yesterday that he's not, guys. Eric Orr says, good morning, guys. Young Jedi, we see you. Welcome back, Deno. If you were missed, umetulete nini?
Banana bread in the morning.
We are sorry we forgot you are the sweater guy. Mkuu. He's back with his sweaters. Banana bread. Listen now, we've tasted on your behalf. Worry not. It's fantastic. Wanda, good morning from Toronto. Ndwana said to how crazy was the senators chasing the governor? The sergeant at arms ought to step down immediately. Like, what fiasco was that?
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord. The circus is in town, guys, and it ain't leaving soon from all we can see because what?
Kenyans. These are the people you voted for.
Hey, God. That's tough.
Mijileta hapa, twende.
Mayo says, good morning, we're going to the moon. Have you seen the moon, by the way, in all her splendor? And I've decided that the celestial beings are women. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Okay. The moon is a woman. So, okay. Have you seen the moon? She was looking really fine, mighty fine, and high in the sky. Calves, but anyway. Yes, Kabisa, very fast. With all the advisors in office, why would a president consult a doctor on matters to do with Shah? Oh, sorry, a witch doctor. Huh? Who's the witch doctor?
You know, it is the other side that consulted a witch doctor. So the president just went on a fact-finding mission and found
as per who's this witch?
Who's this witch that you're asking these questions?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, why would you need another witch doctor when you have advisors in your...
I mean, why would we be so concerned about witch doctors? Don't we have like a prayer warrior committee in State House?
But Kesha every week?
Yeah.
Why do you need...
Witch doctors should not worry you.
Hey. My prince says, yeah, that's what he's saying. David Mangera says, tuned in this morning. Dennis Tola said, welcome back.
Santisana.
Wanda, let me tell you what Wanda says. Prepare the ground. Binti Wamfalme. Ndu, you're looking very pretty. Thank you so much. And please tell us that every woman loves a man who can cook.
Yeah. Started living alone at the age of 17, so... And I really don't like eating out.
Hey.
So you don't have an option.
Wanda umesikia? Wanda.
Doesn't mean that I don't go out. I just don't like it.
Hatujasema anything. It's okay.
So when am I cooking for you?
Bas, umesikia? Hapo ndio now, let me arrange myself properly. I'll send you the menu first of all.
Please do.
Then now we can arrange the logistics.
Cool.
Good?
Cool.
Fantastic. I'll tell you all how it was.
Yeah.
Daniel Jora says, good morning, Ndu and the powerful breakfast team. You guys are stronger than my alarm clock. And that's saying something. All right. Washo Gatoto says, good morning. Today's Thursday, my favorite day. What is it about Thursday that makes you a favorite day, Washo? A very good morning to you, Team Spice. Blessed Thursday, says Asnwab Omondi. Good morning to you. Tune in from Kisumu Dala. Princess Ndu, yes. Siku ya nyani kufa kila mti huteleza.
Yep.
That's today's proverb in Kiswahili. All right. Got that. Carol Nyambura, good morning, everybody. Now, Apenda Sana, happy Easter. Wishing you all a blessed day ahead. Michael, okay, yeah, we see that, Nyani. Olo Diambo, good morning. Okay, guys. Now, should I?
That's a new way of butcher.
Should I?
Please go.
I didn't actually think it was possible to butcher my name any further than it has been already. But every day people don't cease to amaze me. So let's go.
Yeah.
Ndu has 3 letters. There's no H, there's no apostrophe, there's no I, there's no hyphen, it's no 2 O's. It
does not have K and
doesn't
O
have K
no.
and O at the end. It doesn't have K and U at the end. It does not have T and A at the end. It does not have an apostrophe between N and DU. It doesn't have 2 N's. It's...
I say it. It is NDU. Simple, eh?
Sindio? Aye. That other one that people have been calling me, stop telling them my name. I promise you, on which day, let's pick a day, I will tell you my full name. But now the problem is, if you cannot say Ndu, will you be able to say the full name?
That's the thing.
I beg. Okay, so that's it. But I hear the message that's coming behind the butcherification of my name. So what were you asking me to do?
They will send you Mabuyu.
Mabuyu. Okay, so because you're sending Mabuyu, I forgive you for the that's my new word. Butcherification of my name. Hi, all says Vintage. Oh, good morning to you. Stanley Gasha says the Turkana governor was properly manhandled by his colleagues. I mean, everybody in this dog and pony show, I don't even know what's going on.
It's Turkana or Samburu? Samburu, right?
Samburu is Lelelit. Is Samburu governor, not Turkana. Good morning and happy Easter to those who observe. The South African proverb sounds good like a companion to Siku za Mwizi ni Arobaini. Yeah. Happy Easter, Ndu, Dennis, all people at Spice. And Thomas Osoro says, hi, Team Spice. I missed you guys. Good to see you and happy Thursday. Now you will tell us where you have been.
Yes.
These people who come, then we just connect with you, then you disappear. When you come back, you now must tell us, this is where I went for whatever reason, then now we can continue. Abi? Okay. Very good. Thomas, good to have you back in the room. And Karibu Sana, everybody who joins us in the room. As you do, we are very, very, very excited to have you to push some conversations. And I'm going to insist for day number 2. It is a conversation.
True.
We have conversations about things that happen.
Does not mean that they're going to be easy, though.
No, it doesn't. And it means that sometimes there will be opinions.
Yeah.
Oh, God forbid. But there will be opinions. And
Yeah.
we will talk about these things because if you don't, then we are complicit.
True.
Let's look into the headlines and then we can take a quick break. Should we do that or we should just take the break now?
Omar, where are you?
Okay. EVE wants us to take the break
We
first.
take the break, okay.
And then now we can come back and look at the headlines.
Kabisa.
Let's take a look at the weather. We can already see that the rain is coming down. It looks like it's going to be an interesting day for traffic. We know that people are traveling maybe outside of the city. Let's take a look and see. Stay with us at 6:29.
This is the Situation Room. This is the Situation Room. The only way to start your day.
Who was it that was saying headlines to do what? Haven of corruption is what is on the front page of the Standard today. And there's pictures of 2 presidents. One is the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. J, what does J stand for again? I need to remember. And then President William Samoei Ruto of the United States on one side and Kenya the other. Okay? A blistering United States trade report has cast the William Ruto-led government as a corruption-riddled market where bribes, opaque procurement and regulatory hurdles lock out fair competition, piling pressure on Kenya as it pursues a high-stakes bilateral deal with Washington. Despite rising trade volumes, the warning signals a hard time from the Trump administration, with sweeping reforms likely to be demanded before any agreement is sealed. And the details of this, you ask, I tell you. According to a national trade estimate report, corruption remains a substantial barrier to trade and investment in Kenya. U.S. firms continue to report challenges competing against foreign firms and that are willing to ignore legal standards or engage in bribery and other forms of corruption. 129 billion shillings is the number that U.S. exports to Kenya, up to 28.5%. 112 billion shillings is what Kenya exports to U.S., up to 16.5%. But now they're saying, you see this report that we've come out and we found that people are bribing and that people are corrupt.
Yeah.
It could essentially stop this whole thing from happening. Yeah, yellow, umesema corruption, double. Yeah.
So you're talking about possibility of losing 112 billion shillings because of corruption.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's about that you deal with if you want to get to some world over there? Holiday dilemma. Parents struggle to keep children engaged and safe. It's going to be 3 weeks of holiday. Children are at home, and I know quite a number of them have come home already, and we're probably seeing the last of them coming home today. So there's a struggle there in terms of how to keep them engaged. Read a book. Let's start there.
Sure.
We could start there. Simple as maybe it sounds like a nonchalant thing, but I'm telling you, the treasure that you find in reading, that you should actually entrench that in children. I don't care who wrote the book.
Sure.
Of course, I advocate 100% for African writers first.
Literature.
African literature, I advocate for it all the time because I think that we don't write enough and that when we do, we should actually take our treasure from that. But do something. They said it, and to an extent it is true, that if you want to hide something from an African, put it in a book. So because we don't yet read enough, and that affects everything else. So those are some things that we can think about doing with children. Doesn't matter what social class you are in.
True.
Gen Z chooses to save over helping parents. Do you understand? You know how your parents would imagine that as you get a job, whatever, you're going to support them one way or another. Gen Z, according to this survey, have decided what I'm going to do with my money is that I'm going to save it for a rainy day as opposed to supporting you, mommy or daddy. As what the report says. Trump administration exposes Kenya's rots ahead of trade deals. So is it going to happen? That's the question right now. The First Lady, you've not seen her in a minute.
I did.
She champions prayers as Kenya battles drought and floods and says, this is the way. We pray in State House every Friday. It's called I keep forgetting that word.
Kesha.
Yes, Kesha. Overnight, every weekend. So, she believes that this is going to solve the flooding problem.
I have a lot to say, man.
I know you do.
I have a lot to say.
But, for now, let's just keep the peace,
Okay.
People want you united, Uhuru tells the opposition. He had a word yesterday where Rigathi Gachagua met him, and he had a couple of things to say. You guys need to come together. You can't be split, because what it does is that it splits the vote. Senor. 11 governors snub state summons and a fine 500,000 shillings. Do you know something? If you're fined 500,000 bob, and you'd rather pay that money than come and explain to us how you use millions, you're a criminal. You don't want to come and tell people? Because I'm not a politician, I'm not a governor, I'm not a senator, but it makes sense to me that you agreed that the people who are going to oversight you was the Senate. The law says, and then when you signed on the dotted line, you said, fine, these guys will oversight. Now, oversight doesn't mean investigate or prosecute. It means that you just come and tell them how you spent the money. Based on what you tell them, they will now make recommendations or they will have a report or whatever. You cannot be busy every day. And if you truly have because you have CECs around you, you've spent this money. They've asked you, come and explain what you did because there is a gap here. I don't care what politics you're involved in. It doesn't matter. All of this doesn't matter. Come and explain how you spent the money, then you come and be going. But if you're hiding, doing this cat and mouse, running around into the gutters of Nairobi, others are chasing you, people's clothes are being torn. Can you imagine? It's embarrassing that people who are county chiefs, number one, refuse to come, would rather pay 500,000 shillings because you didn't come for summons. True. Than actually come and explain what you did. And then you people are saying that you'll vote them again tomorrow. Man, some things just don't make it. To me, some things are clear as day. It is black and white. You gave me 1 billion. I need to come and tell you what I did with it, and it should be seen. Period.
Simple.
Simple.
It's simple. I don't know why.
I don't understand why we're complicating this
things.
thing. Oh, it's political witch hunting. It is not. Yeah. It is the law. You spend, you explain. Then you finish explaining. We leave you alone, you go. Why are we politicizing this thing? Why? Another political witch hunt. I don't know, it's a what?
It's a political witch hunt. You know, he grabbed my back in a very strange...
Now look at how they embarrassed themselves yesterday.
I wonder.
What is wrong with us?
You know very well you've been summoned. You've been asked up here to explain how you spent money. All you need to do is show up with the documents, with your receipts, and explain how you spent the money. This thing of going to this council and trying to hide, it does, whether you're a chairperson of that council, you still have to answer to queries on how you spent this money. I reckon it's about time that we perhaps amend the law and say, if you are a governor and is unwilling, we don't even need to impeach you. You automatically impeach yourself from that position. Perhaps maybe then they will take this thing seriously. Because now you show up, I'll pay 500,000 and it's fine.
Imagine.
Yeah.
In order to not, I need to pay 500K.
I'll do that.
No problem.
We'll issue warrant of arrest. I'll disappear for 2 days and just show up.
God, man, I don't know. The other day they told me that I lost my cool. It's okay. Because I'm wondering, how do you remain happy and just jump, singing Kumbaya around the campfire when things like this are happening?
You shouldn't.
Kenya, this is where your money goes. This is where it goes. And if it goes unexplained, then perhaps there's something else. On the chopping board, why MPs want Wetangula ousted? You might want to look into that. MPs push for urgent collaborative action to stop rising cancer deaths. People have already said that one of the surefire ways to fight cancer is to find it early. You can't do that if you don't have proper screening mechanisms in place. If you find cancer early, there is 80+% chance of you then being able to treat it and come back from it and go into remission solidly.
True.
But in order to have that, screening mechanisms must be available around the country. Whether we are talking about for breast cancer, cervical cancer, and we say those because those are the top 2 in the country. Or then now we talk about what we are seeing a lot more of, prostate cancer. And then, of course, you have especially in children, now you have the leukemia, blood cancers and such. So the screening for this is 50% of the prevention.
True.
And I hear what Dr. Nikal's committee is saying here, because if it doesn't happen, then we're going to be looking at more cancer cases.
And I think also we just need to start looking into R&D, research and development on matters to do with cancer. Because if you go to developed countries, right, you'd find that they're using advanced medicine, things that are on trial to find solution to these cancers. So what are we doing locally to engineer drugs that one would say responds to our genetic makeup, that would respond to us as a people? Are we thinking in that direction?
Oh, plus I also just wanted to let you know as well that the LANIC machine at the Kenyatta National Hospital is not working.
If you care your office,
so
that office.
Yeah, there's some spare parts that, it's been out of commission for about 3 months now. They don't have the money to fix it.
You know what that means is those people who've been on that queue for a very long time, their due date has been, it has been taken forward until that time when we get those parts. But you're talking about 3 months.
Yeah.
So in short, Kenyans have not accessed the services for 3 months.
Well, I mean, what it does is exactly what you're saying, is that, we already know that the lines... Okay, so I had in one of the groups, I mean, this is a practical example so we can understand, before we politicize things, that this lady had a cancer that had spread to her brain. And she needed a CT scan, obviously, done. And so this was a couple of years ago. And actually, interestingly, worked with Dr. Oluga on this particular case. And I think I referenced that when he came here. So we had to go to Kenyatta because at that point is what could have been afforded with what her card, NHIF, was able to do at the time. So it meant that she was going to have to go through a 16-hour surgery. And as I say, kudos to the people who are at Kenyatta National Hospital. Kenya has some of the best medical practitioners anywhere because they can do some crazy life-saving stuff. So she had to be, so this was in April, around this time actually, and she had been going to see the oncologist and here and there to check and see what was going on because it's a large cancer. And she could not get in for a scan until September.
And you're in April.
This was in April, until September. Now, many would ask her, well, she would have just gone and done the scan somewhere else. No, she couldn't have. Because it was significantly more expensive in another facility. So it had to be at Kenyatta. Now, that was normally when 2 machines were functioning. Now, you tell me, Dennis, 1 machine is functioning for the last 3 months. You tell me how many people then will have to be on a waiting line that now doubles.
True.
Then you want to come and tell me that your attention is being focused on a private hospital just down the road when the largest referral hospital in East Africa doesn't have 1 machine functioning. Okay?
A solution to this would be what Magufuli did. You are a civil servant, you go to a public one. To a public hospital because, like you keep saying, we can't offer private solutions to public services. It's that simple. It's that simple. Until that time when... So you explain to me, Ndu, I was having this discussion with someone over the weekend, right? Explain to me how you as a cabinet secretary is selling the message of hope that SHA is working, that hospitals in the country are working, that you have medicine in the country, in these hospitals. But you as an individual does not walk into Kenyatta Hospital to seek these services. You choose to go to a private facility.
It doesn't even cross your mind.
How are you selling hope to me? As a cabinet secretary for education, how is it that your children are going to a private school? How is that hope that you're selling to Kenyans? I don't know, man. Magufuli did some things right, man.
Oh, many would agree.
Yeah.
Yes. Over to you.
Daily Nation. Signs of a handshake. They were close political allies for years until 2022 presidential campaign drove a wedge between them with the unrest of Rigathi Gachagua and corruption charges escalating the conflict with then outgoing President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, during the inauguration of William Ruto as president, Gachagua, then deputy president-elect, gave Kenyatta a public dressing down. But so much water has gone under the bridge since yesterday. The 2 friends turned foes shared a platform for the first time in a long while. So is it handshake in the opposition circles, one would say? Because remember, Fred Okengo Matiang'i belongs to the United Opposition faction. Okay, court relief for workers on SHA. Now, a court has temporarily banned the Social Health Authority from locking out workers from accessing treatment in hospitals over delayed remittances by employers. Now, the system automatically blocks access to healthcare if employers fail to remit deductions, but the court ruled that the policy violates employees' rights to healthcare after contributions have already been deducted.
Okay.
I think the deeper question here would be, we know someone is not remitting. The principal member has paid. It is the employer that has not remitted. What conversations is SHA having with the employers to ensure that remittance? Because you can't punish me in Shalipa. Know what I mean? Yeah. We know what we are supposed to do, but we choose not to. Because then what you're saying is I'm supposed to go back to my employer and fight them. Government demolition freezes trade at Gikomba. Now, government bulldozers Tuesday moved in and flattened structures at the facility, leaving traders under a cloud of uncertainty. The government says they're here to ensure that we get an ultra-modern market at Gikomba and that everything that happens was actually planned.
I have a question.
Ask.
So who who is the body behind this? Gikomba, is it the county? Is it national government? Who's doing this?
I'd want to say I hear the president speak a lot. So it's the government.
National government.
It's national government.
All right.
But one would say it's in collaboration with the county because Gikomba is a marketing, and naturally the construction of markets in counties is the responsibility of counties.
It's a county
so
function.
Are they collaborating on the same?
Well, so you know that national government is operating Nairobi Kidogo.
Is this part
Kidogo.
of the 80 billion?
I don't know, man.
Okay. Early Easter puts hotels in focus amid school holiday travel surges. While numbers are rising, the season has generally been slow, prompting hotels to intensify marketing efforts. Why has season been slow? Kenyans don't have mula bana. Pesa onge. But then again, Kenyans, are we consuming our resources?
Absolutely.
Are we going to these hotels to tunatembea Kenya kweli ama or we're waiting for ships to dock at the port, we're waiting for planes to get in so that these hotels get filled up. So perhaps we start consuming our very own, and hotels as well make it affordable for Kenyans to do that.
I think, that's absolutely great point.
Yeah.
It should happen. We look at, I just looking at a couple of statistics earlier, and the United States of America is tourist population. 78% are Americans.
Yeah.
Who go across the country are Americans.
Americans, yeah.
And Kenya has these wonderful things that there's no reason why Kenyans should not be able to experience it. I had a fantastic experience of observing with my own two eyes, these are my two eyes, a kill by a pride of 18 lions. On a buffalo with my eyes like this, and I saw in that moment, I was like, oh my God, this is something that everybody should be able to see, because it's yours, you have it, it's here in the country. Then you should actually make it very cheap for Kenyans to access these sites, because they'll come in their droves.
I've never been to at least somewhere Nanyuki, Mount Kenya. So you just plan and just drive down.
Sindio, I can see cooking,
yeah.
Okay.
13 kg supply hapa wakulima as we go Kirinyaga.
Sindio.
Hivi
atukuji another day.
Hivi umesikia? Tutakuwa tunatembea Kenya. Yeah, so that's Uhuru Gachagua signal political reunion ahead of 2027 general election. And I love that picture of Gachagua with that child, and this child just in awe looking at Gachagua. Very beautiful picture right there.
Yeah.
And Treasury picks law firm to fight 6 billion shillings telecom shares case. So Treasury has picked a law firm. Kenya will pay G&A advocates 358 million shillings to defend case filed by Helios through its special purpose vehicle, Jamhuri Holdings Limited. Is this the point where we want to ask the question? Treasury is government of Kenya. We have the AG.
The Attorney General. She's a bit busy. She's been named in the group of individuals who will run the National Infrastructure Fund. Busy kidogo. Yeah.
So in the meantime, we are outsourcing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I would want to hear the voice or the presence of the Attorney General as well. Now, court now prohibits SHA from locking workers over delayed remittances, and police deny Amin's tenure has ended. The National Police Service did not provide any factual information to counter the story that the Nation published yesterday. Short wamesema, jamaa endi.
But what are we doing? It's either his tenure has come to an end or it hasn't.
Yep.
And is it going to be extended? Is it going to continue? Why should there be all this?
What does the law say?
Come on.
If you're countering the story, one would say, okay, fine, this is what the law says with regard to his tenure in office.
Yeah.
And there is provision for extension, for termination. So if he's also supposed to leave, what exactly are we doing with regard to ensuring that gap is actually filled up? Okay.
Why do we create some drama where there's no drama?
I don't know. Sharia iko, but to me it's just a suggestion, honestly. Okay, we look at this stuff.
Rot, rats, and raw sewage is what's on the front page of the Star. Okay, not like literally on the front page, but it's saying that's what's inside a broken system prison system, I beg your pardon. A report that has been released paints a grim picture of neglect across facilities, and this is countrywide in terms of what was being reported, that we know that prisons are supposed to be a place for rehabilitation, but that what we're seeing doesn't look good at all. And so, of course, it comes into question in terms of what the prison service is doing, what they're up to, and if we're actually trying to keep it, at the very least, habitable for those who have to serve time. Also in pictures, Ruto meets women as Gachagua Uhuru unite in Kirinyaga. Okay. I mean, that headline is interesting, but of course, it's not just meeting women. Yeah. There's 5,000 members of the Maendeleo ya Wanawake organization at State House, Nairobi yesterday. Also on the other side of it, former President Uhuru Kenyatta, Fred Matiang'i, and former DP Rigathi Gachagua during the burial of former Senator Daniel Karaba in Kirinyaga yesterday. So that's how that happened. So it's just different things going on, of course. Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, after meeting with the Senate Public Accounts Committee on Tuesday, he's coming out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Lazima iwa. Governors risk losing their jobs for snubbing Senate summons. It's interesting because folks are asking, okay, this money that they're being fined, 500,000 shillings, where are they getting this money from? As in, it's not 50 bob, eh? Come say, you're late, pay 50 bob. I say, okay, I can scramble together 50 bob. 500,000. Where's that money coming from? Do you just have 500K lying around in case somebody summons you and you fail to appear? Then you just say, okay, 500K, no problem, take. The governor of Nairobi has paid that money twice.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, I think it is twice for not showing up. Then I wonder, okay, so after you fail to show up, do we forget? And we say, okay, now that you've paid the 500K, now you don't need to present yourself. Abi, how does it work?
No, but you've given me like around 40 billion for me to run the county, but I'm not showing up to tell you how you spent that 40 billion. What makes you think 500,000 if I'm, what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is, so now I've summoned you, Dennis. You fail to appear, you pay 500K. Does it mean that my reason for summoning you now has been taken care of?
No.
Or I can still summon you, even after you've paid the 500K?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
We just have a lot of money to spend, pretty much, yeah.
Did you know, probably you didn't, that over 10% of sex workers have had syphilis? It's in the headlines. See me, Mesama. Wavinya Ndeti is the governor of Machakos County. There's a gentleman who stormed the county offices and said, excuse me, ma, pay me my money, I beg, make I go. And then it became a thing. The guards mishandled him. He is in hospital. He was injured during a protest outside the Machakos County government offices because he's a registered supplier. Detty said he's not a registered supplier. Okay. Did he do the work? Yes. Did you pay him? No. That's where we are, my sister.
Because he has papers to show that he's applying.
Come on. Yeah. Then you're saying he's not registered. After you have eaten and cleaned your mouth, that is when you tell me that the salt in the food is not enough. It's not fair, man.
I remember one of the suppliers saying, these guys came to attack me, yet the uniforms they're wearing, I'm the one who supplied.
Now can you see? Sometimes you laugh because what? Yeah. Some things are just ridiculous. Pay people their money. I can't forget this woman who committed suicide because they didn't pay her.
Yeah.
Auctioneers come to cut away her things. Business that she's expecting to do, she can't do. Pay people their money now, I beg. It doesn't look good. Inside broken prisons, rats, and raw sewage. You can do better. So according to the Constitution, governors risk losing their jobs if they continue this nonsense, because that's what it is. You know what, guys? There's some solid governors. There are some people who are actually getting their job done. But you know what? This is the law. And no amount of politics should then be able to shield you or protect you from the law. Nobody gives a rat's behind. Whether you feel as though somebody is witch hunting you, one thing. Were you given money? Yes. Are you supposed to account for it? Yes. Is the process through which you're supposed to account for this money appearing before a Senate accounts, Public Accounts Committee? Yes. Just do the thing and then leave us in peace. All this nonsense is a very poor show. It's a very poor show because what you're essentially saying is that the rule of law
does not apply to me. But why Do you think these individuals don't want to show up?
It is the
explain
guilty that are
exactly.
afraid, my darling. It
Thank
is
you.
the guilty that are afraid. Because if I come and I tell you, you gave us 1 billion, we spent it like this, like this, like this, it makes sense. Maybe they'll sign and say, thank you very much for coming. You can be going.
Yeah.
But now you don't want to come. Why don't you want to appear? Then you start doing this nonsense that we saw yesterday.
Guilty as charged.
Then you people want to come and tell me tomorrow that everything is okay and that we're heading in the
I'm
right
surprised
direction.
that
Can't beg you.
gentleman didn't go to hospital because he was hurt.
Edwin Sifuna even said somebody ruined his suit.
Yeah.
Come on, can you imagine? This is what we're doing. This is what Kenya is doing. If you want to understand what's happening, look at those pictures that you saw yesterday.
Yeah.
All these other things that people are telling you, lazima work and whatever. Nah, man, that's the picture of the true situation. Come on, guys, can't do better than that. On the front page of the Business Daily, pay slips blow as Mbadi holds back tax cut plan. So you thought he was going to cut taxes? No, not yet. Didn't your Athika MP buy KQ shares amid investor deal talks? Do with that information as you wish.
Because I want to also buy shares. Where did Nyoro go? I want to go.
You want to go there?
Yeah.
Please be going. But right now, it's 7 a.m.
Sugar and spice and everything I spice it.
Spice up your life. This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
5 bob, this